This is Williston Lake 2024. I guess I should explain what I'm doing here. I'm doing a 250 kilometer, yes, 250 kilometer paddle trip on Williston Reservoir in BC. That's part of the Peace River system. What I'm doing is I'm starting from Mackenzie junction where the Highway 97 crosses the Parsnip River, going 15 kilometers north till I hit the Williston Reservoir, at about 100 clicks north, and then another 100 some clicks east until I end at the WAC Bennet Dam, the first of 3 dams on the Peace River in the area. And the goal is to do this as quickly as possible, more or less, while still sleeping, obviously. And I think it's going to take between 3 and 5 days. We're going to see. All right, Mackenzie Junction's right up there. We just got the boat packed up. You can see this is entirely food. This from here upward is food. I'll be out there for a while. Hopefully not. This is the Parsnip River. It's flowing quite quickly. It's a river I haven't run, so I'm going to be running the cheap paddle and saving the epic wing blade for the lake. I am geared up in my life jacket, skirt and all that stuff, wetsuit. We're going to take off and paddle till dark. All right, I just departed. I'm going down the Parsnip River. I am flying along. Deep river, fast current. I'm not even on the outside bend right now. Definitely making over 10 clicks an hour. Good start to the trip. Boat's responding well to heeling. A little weird paddling with the scoop blade, but I'll get used to it. I'll be back to the wing blade when I'm down there. I might stop and change out to the wing blade if this is going to be this deep the whole way. Well, that didn't last long. We're back to the carbon fiber paddle. It's so much lighter, so much stiffer, so much faster. I don't know if that was a good idea, switching paddles. I just hit a shallow section of river. Yeah, so I'm averaging between 12 and 14K an hour coming down this. So I'll be off this river in an hour and a half, give or take. Here, I'll show you some scenery. Big undercut, well, not undercut, but big eroded banks. Gonna swing to the outside of the river, river right, hit the fastest current. So it's raining a fair bit, as you can see, but I'm gonna get through that. Look at how pretty this is though. I think I'm close to the lake. Everything's flattened out a lot and the riverbank is this green grassy stuff with the little willows. I expect I'll probably see a moose or a black bear presently. Look at all that weather. So I started somewhere over in that nonsense. And well, they rained a bit, not gonna lie. But I think I'm pretty close to good weather for a bit now. So I'll carry on down the river. I'm in these channels that I don't really know which one's which. There's this big delta where the Parsnip is kicking out into the Williston. So I'm just trying to follow wherever the most water's going right now, because that'll get me there the quickest. Tons and tons of ducks and geese in here. Look at this place. This is wild. All right, so here we are. I'm just standing in my kayak. We're on this big river delta from the Parsnip River. Way up there, there's a bridge, and I've driven that at work. That's the Finley or the Causeway or something or other that goes up the west side of the lake. So starting there is Williston, to my mind at least. I came from way over in those mountain ranges somewhere. So far the trip's going good. I've done 15K. It's raining still, as it will for the next hour or two, probably, maybe more. I had to stop and stretch because my wetsuit was riding up my butt funny. But I think I'm gonna have a little snack and get back at it. History lesson on the Williston. Williston's a man-made reservoir created when they built the WAC Bennet Dam. It was made in 19-something. And the town of Mackenzie is on the eastern edge of the lake. Mackenzie has the biggest tree crusher in the world, I believe. Supposedly, there were a couple of them. I think there's one or two at the bottom of the lake. What they did was they crushed a lot of the trees instead of logging them because it took too long with the technology of the day. Being in forestry now, I wish we would have logged all of it because the wood was really nice, I bet. Anyway, because they crushed the trees, lots of mercury in the water due to the wood decomposing. Not from pollution, just from the timber. And occasionally you'll get trees that pop up, which are hazards for motorboats. All the debris that you see here is not that. That's from trees falling into the Parsnip River and getting washed downstream, especially in the spring floods, when the bank erodes the most. But for now, I'm just paddling around them, and I'm making my way north for the next 100-something kilometers. So here we go. No name brand original hot dogs. Just mucking them raw. Little boat snack. Had some snow peas, a granola bar. Up in the distance there is the bustling metropolis of Mackenzie. The last time I was there, I was driving around in the woods lighting things on fire, burning slash piles. Well, all that rain is blown past. I don't understand, it was blowing from east to west, but sure, the wind's cut out. I'm aiming for that island up there. I was looking at that all day, and I'm gonna make it past there for sure tonight. It smells really nice where I am right now. It smells like fresh saw logs. I can smell the pine resin. There's a mill site over on my right creating that smell. It's really nice. Set up camp around midnight last night. I'll kind of show you what's going on. I did not choose the best spot. I wish I'd chosen a flatter spot, but lots of rocks. Should have set up a nice flat sand grass stuff over there. Tent, boat, lake. Rained a bit last night, not raining now. We have a tailwind, so I'm gonna get on the water and take advantage of that while it lasts, because I had no tailwind yesterday. Well, we're making ground. The wind's picking up. In the trembling aspen behind me, you can't see much here because we're kind of a little lee behind that little point there. But further out, wind's picking up a little more. I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 clicks an hour at most. Stopping here for lunch. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that the farthest mountain range I can see in the distance over there is where I'm going, so that's going to take a while. I'm trying to make 70 kilometers today. I don't know if that's an attainable goal, but with this amount of tailwind, maybe. Alright, so the wind's picked up now. I can actually feel it at my back, which is nice. I'm much too warm in the wetsuit otherwise. We're in a 4mm wetsuit that I cut the sleeves off. We're just barely picking up, I don't know, I wouldn't even call them white caps. There's a little bit getting blown off the top of the waves, but I think as I continue north, it'll pick up more. Yeah, so this is about the same amount of wind I had this morning. This morning it was following me, now it's in my face. That's how it goes. Nothing unsafe about this. I'm like 50 meters max from shore here right now. It's just annoying. Really just trying to use the lower body, push off of my foot pegs. Big twisting rotation to drive the paddles back. Yeah, this is just annoying. I think it's gonna blow through pretty quick though. That storm looks like it's clearing. The storm's still split in half. There's a big one headed east and a smaller one that's kind of spun off into nothing. I think I'll just keep paddling through this, knowing it's gonna be slow for a while. Okay, so 38 clicks to go to the Finley wreck site that I'm trying to make it to tonight. I've already done 40K today. Anyone who knows me, I had coffee, we'll make it, it'll be fine. Alright, the wind's already subsiding and I'm kind of gonna get smoked by the rain over there, but that's okay. I'm already wet anyway, doesn't make a difference. Yeah, so when I said the rain was coming, I didn't know that I meant like a minute after I shut the camera off. It's gonna be wet for a while. That's okay, I'm having a good time. This is Williston Lake 2024. All the fishing boats with cabins went the other way. It turns out there was a reason. It's wet. GoPro, stop recording. Hey! So the two storm clouds have kind of combined and it just kind of parked on top of me. The waves have gotten a lot smaller. I'm making better ground now. I got around the point I've been looking at for the last 20 clicks, which is nice. I'm on a slightly different heading. It's putting more strain on my right side, which is good. I noticed it because I'm a right-handed archer. My string arm's a lot stronger and my back's a lot stronger on that side. So I'm just plugging away. Catch this. There are 5 boats coming screaming down the lake. I think they all ripped north to hide from the storm that I just sat through. And now they're trying to blitz back to the south end before they get wet. I don't know what all those clouds mean, but got a sneaking suspicion that that white fluffy one with the flat bottom sitting real low, that probably means I'm going to get wet again. I think I can see rain falling in the south. On the plus side, it's advancing from the west, and I'm trying to go east kind of now, so maybe it'll push me. A storm again. The wind and wave pattern is really confusing. These are kind of like skiing super annoying moguls. They're coming from nowhere. I'm cornering to them. But we're making ground. So now that it's not raining, it's super pretty out here with all the mountains. The water level's quite low, so that island, that one there, normally all this you can paddle over top of according to the map, but I had to track way out and around because there's no way through. On the plus side, however, we got the first free fishing tackle of the trip. Check out how big this is in compared to my hand. It's a T60, whatever that is. It looks expensive. So that's coming home with me. So I'm breaking down camp today, and this whole trip I haven't used a single tent peg because rocks. What I'm doing instead is I make a little pile of rocks to hold things in place, and as you can see underneath I just have a stick. It works really, really well. I found a trick. If you hang your, oh, what is this? This is the platypus water filter bag on your neck. Hands free, you can do other stuff at the same time. There is nothing around here on my beach to hang a water bag on, so it goes really slow if you don't put it up high. For minimizing boat wear, you find some driftwood and you put them down as strikers, so that way when you drag your kayak up you don't scuff the bottom so much. Clearly whoever used to have this one didn't know that, but that's okay, it's a poly boat. Someday maybe I'll get a fiberglass for carbon and then that'll matter a lot more. Alright, we got a lot of wind and I'm finally packed up, time to boogie. So I'll talk paddle technique. I'm on a downwind course right now, so I got my skeg all the way down. I don't want to waste speed, so I'm not doing any ruddering techniques. For course adjustment, if I need to turn a little bit, then just heeling the boat over works fine, in conjunction with a little bit of a bow sweep stroke. That way I don't slow down at all and waste energy. This is the only trip I've been on where a kayak sail would have actually made sense, where I've had consistent tailwinds for long enough to bother. What's happening is all the wind off the big wide lake is getting channeled down through this canyon that I'm in. It's like a nozzle, so when you take a lot of air mass like that and squish it down, the velocity increases, which is why I'm catching higher wind speeds in here now. And the wind's actually pushing past me, so a sail would be useful most of the time with a light tailwind. I think the sail would just slow me down because I tend to go the same speed as the wind or quicker. Cool north face of some mountain. Lots of snow left. Over there, I can see there's a chute of water that comes down, some sort of little cascade. English. Some sort of little cascading waterfall, and there's a chunk of snow on the beach. So I could be having cold drinks if I had time, inclination, or drinks. That'd be really fun to ski, I bet, if I lived. Okay, back to paddling. Look at that cave up there on the mountain. That's so cool. Definitely AOC waypoint photo there then. I officially have less than 100 kilometers to go now. So almost there. I'm picking up white caps, which I'm stoked about. And it's going well. So I've had two songs stuck in my head the entire trip, alternating between the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald when the weather's bad and the Gilligan's Island theme song when weather's going well. In terms of boat names for this boat, I'm torn between the Rubbermaid and the SS Minnow 2. I don't know. Hey, we got probably 40 clicks an hour of tailwind. The waves are white capping and I am surfing them. Let me try and get a good one here. And it rolls under me. A couple hard paddle strokes. Just flying along. There's some poor boat over there trying to work its way upwind. Looks like they're having a tough time. Glad I'm going the direction that I'm going. 2, maybe 3 foot max swells. I'm gonna surf this one. Oh, not that one. Wait for a good one. They're kind of intermittent. Hard to get a good one going, but occasionally. Oh, this feels like the one. Look at those trees. I don't know what the actual wind speed is, but it looks like 40 or 50. Definitely wouldn't be working in the burntwood today, that's for sure. Okay, there's an eagle back there. I just saw 2 white-tailed does on the beach. If you direct your attention that way, 25 odd kilometers that way, end of the trip. I am wet, I am bored of paddling, so Spotify playlists are going. If you look that way, we're gonna get hit with rain again. That is rainstorm number 6 in 3 days. I'm not stoked about that. Oh yeah, you can see the sunscreen. Okay, I'm really bored of paddling. I'm gonna go get this done.